Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to another exciting installment of the Geek Gauntlet podcast. I'm your host, Mr. William D. Morgan, and let me bring on my co-host right now. Man's been with me for over 2 years. My man, Shaw, what's up?
How you doing, buddy? What's up?
All right. Everything's good. How was your week?
Good, very uneventful. How about yours?
Just working hard, trying to make that money. All right, Gene is still on assignment, and until then, we'll be holding it down, the two of us. But first, let's go ahead and get into our rundown and into our All right, we're gonna start off with our show rundowns and the news. Shaw, you're in charge of that. Go ahead and get us started.
Yes, sir. All right. So we didn't get much this week. Most of the shows will be back next week. So this week we only got Superman and Lois. Since we didn't do the last week's episode, we gotta do both. So first up, Lois starts to catch on to Captain Luthor and his identity that sends up. He convinces her to have a meeting with Superman. Meanwhile, Jordan is dealing with his heightened senses and mess up with that. When Captain Luthor meets with Superman, at the same time Lois is getting a blood sample of Captain Luthor to see who he is, and finally find out he's not a Luthor. He's John Henry Irons, aka Steel. He starts fighting Superman, putting out the hammer. Luckily, Jordan and Jonathan burst through in the car and save his life. And Irons gets gets taken down by the government, and he's off being held by Lane. Next episode, Lois is talking to a counselor about something. She had lost her temper or something, and we find out it was with Jonathan. Turns out a long time ago she had a miscarriage, and that still lingers to her. She hasn't really dealt through that, so that happened. Let's see. John Henry is being interrogated. He's not talking. He wants to talk to Lois only. Through some circumstantial events, a soldier takes him, trying to escape with him or something. They go to a area where there's a bunch of kryptonite weapons that General Lane has been building. Superman shows up. He fights the soldier dude, takes the dude down, but then John Henry takes a spear, gets ready to kill Superman, but then Lois shows up and talks him down. We end the episode with John Henry being, I guess, an ally, We know that something's happening, that Morgan Edge is creating an army, though it's not just people getting powers, it's people getting the soul of Kryptonians, that's new. That's definitely new. So we'll see what's happening with that moving forward, where that stuff came from and all that. And yeah, so John Henry Irons is probably going to be building his suit now, and yeah. So what did you think of Superman and Lois?
Give me a second. Let me see who. Yeah. I've been told I need to at least lay off the hat at least one episode, so I figure I'll take this episode lay off the hat. But hey, they had to make an appearance next week. One of them will make an appearance next week. I don't know if it's going to be on a Spidey hat or it's going to be by Batman hat, but one of those hats will be back next week. So you guys better take note of what I look like without that hat. I thought both episodes were good, particularly the end. What's up, Freddie? What's up, man? Particularly toward the end when he had to deal with the fact that his stepdad had all those kryptonite weapons at his disposal.
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of hard to deal with, man. And you saw that in the episode that he has to deal with that. As when he told General Lane that trust goes both ways, and he's absolutely right on that. And the part that I like about this show is the fact that it shows Superman, despite everything, still has to go through the same problems of an everyday man.
True, very true.
He has family issues. He has trust issues with the public. He has to go through the very same problems me and you have to go through, despite all that power. And I think that's an interesting dynamic that he has to deal with, and something to be portrayed on the show. But so far, the show's been good. It has a couple of weak points here and there, but overall, the show's been really good. I'm liking it. I just hope it doesn't get agendanized. I don't even know if that's a word, but I just hope it don't get agendanized, so to speak.
Right. Well, we'll see. Hopefully, I mean, we move forward. We're I think halfway done the season or something. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know when it's supposed to be ending. They're gonna have a break or something, but we'll see.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, let us move on to the Bad Batch. So we had a quick episode where they get put on a job to steal a protocol droid. They get ready to do it. They're right into the facility to get the one last protocol droid that's left. Only there's two other people there stealing it ahead of them. Turns out they're the two sisters from the last season of Clone Wars. The sisters that Ahsoka was hanging out with. They steal it. They were trying to steal it for the rebellion, the Republic, rebellion. And they don't get it. They do copy the information and they give it to the sisters because whatever, and they don't get it for their mission, and they leave. So that's it. It was a pretty quick episode. It's getting interesting so far. We'll see what's happening little by little. What did you think about it if you've seen it?
Now, I haven't had a chance to watch the series, but I know where it is now. It's on Disney Plus, so I know where it is. I got 2 days off coming up, so I'm definitely gonna binge it. Because we're into what? How many episodes have been shown so far?
I believe that's episode 6. So 6 episodes so far.
Yeah, I can binge that.
Yeah, so 7 will be up on Friday.
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of Disney Plus, next week we got both Black Widow and Loki hitting out. What do you think? Are you gonna be interested in seeing either one of those?
Yo, I'm gonna see Black Widow now.
Yeah.
That's a given. That's $30 that's well spent.
Yeah.
Well spent. I'm doing Black Widow. Just to see her in a white suit. I'm doing Black Widow. Loki's good probably. Loki, I'm gonna do that too. Loki's just gonna be part of the network. But we're doing that for sure.
Yep.
Scarlett, I'm not letting Scarlett Johansson off the hook. I've been waiting on that movie.
Yeah, most definitely. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, next up, the last show to talk about, and just make sure I'm right about that. Yeah. Last show to talk about is Lucifer, Season 5, Part B. I'm just going to go over a few things real quick. Don't want to ruin a lot of stuff for it. We meet God. He does a bunch of stuff. Gets a little funny. We get some good interactions with Lucifer and stuff. We get a musical episode that's actually pretty good. Maybe not the best, but definitely, high up there. Some good songs here and there. A poor choice here and there, but good all in all. Let's see what else. There's this whole thing about God retiring and trying to figure out who would take his place. Some really interesting stuff happened in the last episode. We get to actually go to heaven for a few minutes, and there's some pretty good stuff, some pretty good callbacks. And yeah, I mean, it was really good. we're waiting. We know we're getting another season, and we know we have a few things to tie up loose ends. There was a really big death that really didn't see coming, but it's unfortunate. But we'll see what happens with that. So yeah, did you see the episodes?
No, not yet.
Oh well, you should. It's really good.
I gotta catch up. I gotta catch up. All right. Before we get into the news portion of our first block of action, we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break. Everybody, hang out. Please hang out with us. Stay tuned. We will be right back.
I'm the same dude y'all read about, the same fool y'all needin' now. We came through, not leaving now, and these lame dudes, we beat them out. No stopping this, ain't my way, might pop your lip. Ain't saying this awesomeness, but y'all looking like the opposite. We setting the bar, y'all know who we are.
We're making history, leaving a legacy, nothing is stopping me. Better believe what we see, we're making history.
All right, guys, welcome back. The first commercial you saw was for the WXP podcast right here on Pitfall Streams. You want to join it with K and Punisher as you break down the latest in video game news. Then right after that is our flagship show, the Paradigm Shift Wrestling podcast. Myself, Tommy, and Josh will bring you the latest in professional wrestling. So that is our Wednesday night lineup. Starts from WXP at 8 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Paradigm Shift Wrestling Podcast at 10:05. No set time, 10:05 Eastern, right here on Pinfall Streams. All right, let me bring in my man, Shaw. All right, Shaw, let's go ahead and continue with the show, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so first up with the news, as always, we got to talk about some birthdays. First up, happy birthday to Angelina Jolie. She turns 46.
Yes, Lord.
Secondly, happy birthday to Keith David.
No.
He turns 65. We have a picture to show who he is real quick.
Hold on 1 second. We do?
Yeah. Not that one. There we go.
Oh, okay, There you go.
Keith David, he's done a lot of voice work. He's been, here and there.
Which one do you think is the best at all that?
Out of all that, man, I don't know. I mean, Wyatt was always the best back in the day. Freaking Dark Side. I don't know, man. One of those.
That's kind of tough.
Yeah, maybe Salavar.
Atlas wasn't bad either.
Yeah, very true, very true. Black Panther.
Mm-hmm. That's tough, man. Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah, he has the deep voice that he does. Yeah.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Let me go to the chat real quick. What's up, Punisher? What's going on? How you doing, my man? Freddie, how you doing? And real quick, my girl Kay. Yeah, my hat. Yeah. I'm taking a break from the hat, but like I say, the hat will return next week. Which one I don't know. I might pull a poll question up down the Geek Gauntlet Facebook page. Which hat do you want to see make a return? Spider-Man hat or the Batman hat? But meanwhile, enjoy me without a hat. This is going to be the first and last week. I have a hat. All right, so let's go ahead and continue on with the show, my friend.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, next up, Chris Hemsworth shared a picture of him with his arms. And with,
I saw that.
And with Wrecker Waititi for Thor, Love and Thunder as they wrap up. Can we show that real quick? Yeah, there we go. Thor got his big arms, got his hair again. I assume that's Taika Waititi as Cord probably. So that's interesting. Can't wait for that movie to come out.
Yeah.
We also got a first look at Zachary Levi's new suit for Sam. Can we show that real quick? Looking good, new lightning bolts. It looks good. It looks good. I mean, they're probably adding the cape either through post or.
Is he supposed to be older in this movie?
Probably by a couple of years.
Yeah,
maybe. I mean, I don't know how long they're going. There's a couple of years or just right after.
Right.
I mean, it'll probably be a couple of years, like the same amount of time that's been since the last one, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Next up, we got some casting news. Issa Rae has joined the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse sequel as Spider-Woman.
I didn't know that was confirmed yet. I heard it was rumor. I didn't know it was confirmed yet.
It's confirmed. It's confirmed. Like, I think it was April yesterday. It's confirmed everywhere.
I ain't mad at it now.
Yeah. Let's see. Apparently,
what Spider-Woman is she going to be? Is she going to be Jessica Drew?
Jessica Drew, yeah.
Okay. Because there's more than one.
Yeah, there's a couple.
So, yeah.
None of them have anything to do with Spider-Man except being the Avengers at the same time.
Yep.
Which is kind of funny. But anyway, let's see. The movie Code 8 is going to get a sequel with both Robbie Amell and Stephen Amell. So that's going to happen.
Is that popular?
Yeah.
Huh. That's all right to me.
Yeah, I actually haven't got a chance to see it yet, but yeah, it is. The Joker movie apparently is moving forward with a sequel. It's in the works. We have a picture to render a question real quick. Yeah, so yeah. How we all know, the first Joker movie was basically just a reshoot of the movie The Comedian, starring De Niro. So yeah, it's a joke of what movie are they gonna copy now?
Right.
Yeah. Let's see. Next up. Apparently, season 2 of Jupiter's Legacy has been canceled, but they are working on a anthology series or something in the same universe or something like that.
That's kind of funny because the first one just really started hitting on something. And then you cancel season 2 already?
Yeah, I mean, it was good. I mean, I don't know why they canceled it. I mean, especially since it's up on a cliffhanger. So, well, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here. We got some casting news for John Wick 4. Donnie Yen is going to be in it alongside Keanu Reeves.
That's what's up.
He'll be playing an old friend and a former assassin.
That's what's up.
They're working with him apparently.
I like John Wick movies.
Yeah. Let's see. It's been confirmed from Jodie Whittaker that the rumors of her leaving next season have been exaggerated. She's not leaving, as far as we know. So, we should stop talking about who's going to replace her by now.
Okay.
Let's see. Next up, we got the results for the most recent death battle, which were bullshit.
I didn't promote it because it was a death battle I could care less about.
Yeah. Thing is, the only thing what she had over Steven was that she was versatile. That's it. Everything else, strength, speed, power, and all that, they said themselves he had over her. So it doesn't make sense for, like you constantly say, they zig when you think they're going to zag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But the next episode is going to be Link versus Cloud. Question is, which version of Link and which
That's
version,
true.
and
That's
which version
true.
of Cloud?
That's true.
Exactly.
That's true. But at the basis of it, Cloud's a super soldier. So unless Link is coming with something, I can't see Link winning. But then again, like I always say, they zig when you zag. I mean, Cloud is no joke when it comes to the battlefield. He's no joke. He's got all his. He's got his material powers. He's got the sword, the fire, the ice. He has everything. What's Lee gonna do? I'm gonna hit you with this bow. I'm gonna hit you with this bow and arrow.
See, you are underestimating Link.
It's more than that. I know. It's more than that. I know. But I'm just saying.
I mean, oh, shit, buddy. I mean,
I ain't say. Hey, like I say, they zig when we zag, and I'm not saying Link ain't been through stuff. Link has been through stuff. He's been through some hellacious battles. But at the end of the day, at his base core, Cloud is a super soldier. At his base core.
I mean, and Link is a legendary hero. I mean,
bruh. Link is a man at the end of the day. But again, like I always say,
like I said, which version of Link? You know,
that's true. That's true. If you take the strongest form of Link, the strongest version of Link, then it's a fight. But if you take any version less than that, it's no competition.
Exactly.
It's got to be the strongest form of Link to be a good fight. And I already got Zelda people already coming at me. My sister Olivia is the biggest Zelda fangirl on the face of the earth. She will bat Link to her dying day. And I keep trying to tell her, unless you take the strongest form of Link, he's going to lose that battle.
Exactly. I mean, they probably will be doing the strongest version. Probably.
It should be.
Yeah.
To make it a competitive fight.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I mean, there's a lot of stuff there to talk about. And we'll see what they do.
But that's going to be one death battle I'm going to be very, unlike the last one, this is one death battle I'm going to be interested in.
Yeah, I get that. I definitely get that. One question for you.
Hmm?
If you got to choose the next death battle after that, what would you choose? Who versus who?
Who versus who?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of something they hadn't already done yet. I'm trying to think of what I haven't already done yet. Doggone it, William. I want to say doggone it. Icon versus Blue Marvel.
Interesting. Speaking of Icon,
and that might be a wash because they're both powerful. They're both powerful. One has power over antimatter, and the other just has ionic powers. But both of them are very, very strong. I mean, they both have fought their universe's main heroes or villains, the most powerful ones, the standstills. I mean, Blue Marvel knocked out Hulk in one punch. Icon's up there hanging with Superman like it ain't nothing. So both guys are very, very powerful. And that might be, and if Death Battle did that might be what? I think Death Battle has only done one draw. And that was Starscream versus no, it was Deadpool. I think it was Pinkie Pie. That ended up in a draw. I think other than that, no other death battle. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments because I could be. I think that's the only draw in death battle history. Everyone else has ended with a winner. But I think Blue Marvel versus Icon might end up being that draw.
Speaking of Icon, we got a potential conversation of a casting for Icon. We have a picture to show up.
Oh, I got a lot to say about that.
Yes, sir. What do you think about that? Blue Marvel. I mean, not Blue Marvel. Just Michael B. Jordan for Icon. What do you think, good sir?
No. He He has a physique, but he doesn't have that superhero. I don't know what it is. He's missing something from the superhero stature. He's missing something to me.
I get it.
He's missing something. I don't know what it is, but he's missing something. And that's why it's a no for me. It might not be enough for many of you guys. And again, that's something you can let me know down in the comments. But I just think we need someone who's a little bit more of the superhero ilk.
What about David Ramsey? Can he pull it off?
He might be able to. He might be able to.
Yeah.
He might be able to do it.
Yeah. All right. That's all the news we got. It's time to move on to the topics.
Let's do this first real quick. Let's do this first before we go into our topics. So it's going kind of fast here, guys. Let's go ahead and run another commercial. Go ahead and get that out the way, and then we'll finish up for the night. Hang out with us, guys. This is the Geek Gauntlet podcast right here on Pinfall Streams. We'll be right back. And that was the commercial for a really good podcast. You want to join up with Josh and Kay as they take a certain section of media, review it. You guys might be able to call in or join them and give their opinions, whatever they're talking about. And some of the things they talk about on that show, movies, TV, comic books, cartoons, you name it, they'll break down something of that particular era, and you guys can have a lot of fun with them. So definitely check that out every other Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. A really good podcast right here on Pinfall Streams. All right, let me bring in my man Shaw. All right, Shaw, let's go ahead and knock out some of these other things we got going on the show tonight.
Yes, sir. All right, so first up, we know that the first 5 episodes of next season of The Flash is going to be some sort of a crossover type event. What storyline do you think they should do? What do you think?
There's so many ways they can go.
Remember, we know that there's going to be characters from all over the Arrowverse, villains and heroes that are going to be showing up. So, what do you think?
There's so many ways they can go with this. Oh wow. Ooh. Man, they can. What if they sort of kind of done that? They sort of kind of haven't brought all the speakers together yet, but they brought back Jay and
yeah,
I don't know. If you really want to do something special, you can really go into the archive. You can really bring back Max Mercury.
True, very true.
You know, you can bring him. You can go back and do something, which you'll probably see later anyway. Bring Jesse back, but you're gonna see that later anyway.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
Yeah, you're gonna see that anyway. But I say Max Mercury.
Yeah.
Only because it hasn't been done by anybody yet.
I was kind of thinking maybe, just maybe, they might do something similar to Blackest Night, maybe.
Ooh.
Just maybe.
Ooh. I wouldn't be bad.
Big.
You really need to do Flashpoint at some point or another, but I don't think.
They did Flashpoint. It was just poor.
It was just watered down. But if they do it right, that would be interesting. If they did it right.
Yeah, it totally should have been at least a 2-parter, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, after having a reason for him to want to change the thing, because there was no reason for him to change it at that point. Literally everything was better for every other character. So why change it back? You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Caitlin didn't have her trauma. Cisco was rich.
Mm-hmm. Need to do, but you need to do it with. Do you take that chance and bring Batman in?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I saw something that since we did cast a Bruce Wayne in Batwoman, we could bring him. Maybe have him voiced by Kevin Conroy or something.
Yeah.
You know, do Red Death maybe. I mean,
Yeah.
There's options. We'll see. All right.
Real interesting to see.
All right. Next question, one that you brought up. What if the Guardians of the Globe were part of the Arrowverse?
Oh man, the Guardians of the Globe from the show Invincible. If you guys haven't seen that show Invincible over at Amazon Prime, y'all need to go check it out. That's an amazing show. It is gory, it is graphic, I'll give you that, but the show is amazing. You guys need to go check it out. I'm thinking the Arrowverse will dumb them down. I'm thinking they'll really dumb them down. They took some chances with the Guardians of the Globe, particularly with Red Rush being Russian. I don't know if that'll play on the CW. I just think some things wouldn't really work. And Moto will be fine. War Woman will be fine. Red Rush will probably be okay. And I'm not including the Omni-Man in this because Omni-Man, while he did fight with them, he wasn't an official Guardian of the Globe. So it'd be interesting. I just think the CW would dumb them all down and give them stupid backstories that you really wouldn't care about, because when you saw the Guardians of the Globe in Immortal, yeah, you didn't see them long, but it tried to put backstories to them. Red Rush's girlfriend, Aquarius, he was sitting in the deep waiting for some action. Immortal being Abe Lincoln, that's the one they'll probably do right. That's probably the character that they'll do right by the most. But I just think that they'll be watered down in Arrowverse. It should be good, but I think just think it'll be watered down.
Yep, true. Now, the Guardians of the Globe versus the Big Seven of the Arrowverse. Thoughts on that?
The Guard versus pretty much the CW's versus the JLA.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. I'm trying to see.
You got Flash. You got two supers. You got Red Hunter, Black Lightning.
See, Black Lightning, Immortal could probably take out Black Lightning because of his strength. Red Rush and the Flashes might be a draw, or a Flash if you just want to leave it at Barry. Supergirl versus War Woman, more than likely Supergirl. Now, if you put Omni-Man with them, I think the Guardians have a better shot, because when you're talking about the Guardians of the Globe, you're talking about a team that has been together and doing their thing, fighting as a team for over 20 years. So that's not something that you can really scoff at. And if you put Immortal, who can sort of kind of balance out the power distribution, I think the Guardians have a good chance. But if you don't put Omni-Man in it and they have to rely on training, then that's when I think the Guardians sort of kind of lose, because you got Superman, Supergirl doing incredible feats. You really don't know how strong War Woman is. You really don't know how strong Immortal is. Aquarius, Fish Dude, he ain't doing nothing but shoot water. Green Ghost, she can turn intangible, make herself intangible, kind of like Martian Manhunter. That might be a draw because they can't put their hands on each other.
True.
That might be a draw right there. So I think the JLA got it because Superman and Supergirl has done such amazing feats that we know of. But if you throw in Omni-Man to give him that third powerhouse, and if you count Batwoman, she'll get messed up. I think Black Lightning will go down too if you put in Omni-Man. the Guardians of the Globe have a much better chance against the Justice League with Omni-Man knowing out.
True, very true, buddy, very true. All right, next up, a little thought that occurred to me recently.
Mm-hmm.
So, something that a lot of people don't know, that second Ghost Rider movie, that's not a sequel.
That was a standalone eventually, wasn't it?
Exactly, it was a standalone.
Yeah.
It was actually a different version of the Ghost Rider. I forget what the last name was.
Nick the Great, what's up, man? Yeah, I agree. The last one was the best one. I agree.
It was of the Marvel Knights titles.
You mean?
People may not remember this. Marvel likes to create new lines of comics, starting characters from the beginning with, different things. Like the Marvel Knights series was where the characters were darker. They were, just really, really dark. Ghost Rider, for one, as you can see how much darker Ghost Spirit of Vengeance was to the first one.
Yep.
My thought was, whatever happened to them doing more of those movies, focusing on the Marvel Knights characters, like Daredevil, Elektra.
You mean more of a darker version of the character?
Yeah, based on the Marvel Knights comics from back in the day.
My thought has always been they just like Painkiller got canceled. They might be a little too dark and a little too scary from what the producers want out there for the public. They might not want their characters seen in that light. Yeah, for us adults it'd be great, but for a kid who doesn't understand, that might not be appropriate for them. But I get your point because I didn't have any problem with that second Ghost Rider movie.
Yeah, very true, very true.
I didn't have a problem with it whatsoever. And the Penance Stare to me is just awesome. That's one of the most awesome moves ever because you dictate that. And how you lived your life is how you dictate the Penance Stare.
Yeah, he once took down Galactus with that one move.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, next up. Here's my question. Recently, I've been rewatching WandaVision. Here's the question: who is the real hero of that story?
It ain't Wanda.
Exactly, that's true. Very true.
It ain't Wanda. The second Captain Marvel?
Maybe. I mean, well, see, in my opinion, I think Agatha is actually the hero of that story.
She could, yeah, because she did try to change it.
Exactly. Like, she didn't really do any harm except trying to take Wanda's powers. That's it.
Right.
She woke her up. She showed her what she was doing to other people. I mean, I don't know. Like, I think Agatha was technically the hero of that story.
Yeah. It wasn't Wanda, though. Always why I picked the second Captain Marvel was because she was trying to get in there, try to get an understanding, and possibly save the day. But then she got kicked out. But then she fought her way back in there again. So
yeah, very true, very true. Which kind of understands why did Haywood send her anyway? I mean, it doesn't make sense for him to send her.
It don't. What was her field of expertise to be in there in the first place?
Exactly.
Now,
speaking of Captain Marvel, apparently recently there came out that there's a deleted scene where Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, had gone into the Hex, but was, taking control of, saying we see a black and white commercial thing of her. Have you seen it?
And it got deleted.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, because I don't want to see her no way.
Yeah, exactly.
If you guys don't know, I can't stand Brie Larson. I can't stand that girl. Can't stand her.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You're over here hoping that Rogue shows up.
Recast it.
Yeah.
Either recast it or bring Rogue in.
Yep.
Get them powers. And that'll open up that storyline too, because eventually Captain Marvel gets her powers back.
Yep. All right, last up. Since we know that both Loki and Black Widow are coming next week, what do you think we can expect to happen in both those things?
It's going to be a good send off for Black Widow.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be a good send off for her because we all know this is a prequel.
Mm-hmm.
This movie happens before she dies in Avengers. I still think it's wishful thinking, but you may see her again past this movie. I doubt it, but you may see her again past this movie. I wouldn't put it behind Marvel to do that. Even if they recast it, you may still see her. Yeah. And as far as Loki goes, I want to see more of Loki's backstory. I know it, but I want to see it more on the big screen.
Yeah, very true.
I want to see more of the big screen. Everybody knows he's a powerful prankster and all that, but I'm more interested in his backstory. Even more interested than Thor, because you know Thor's backstory already. But Loki's might be a little bit more interesting, being on the side of the fence that he's coming from. So he's more of an anti-hero.
Yeah, very true, very true.
So I want to see his backstory and everything that goes on there. All right, that's our last little bit of the show. Very, very quickly, I want to shout out to our friends over at Rift Apparel and Metallic Dice Games. Go over there. If you play your card games, get your dice over there. They got different type of dice for you to choose from. If you need any type of t-shirts or any type of apparel, head over to Rift Apparel. Those guys can hook you up and take care of you so you look good while you're beating somebody playing Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh, which me and Shaw both play. All right. If there is nothing else, Shaw, thank you for being here, and I appreciate you, man.
You too.
Everybody on social media who came through, thank you for coming out. We appreciate you. Don't forget Pinfall Streams. Check us out over there. Our good friends over at geeknewsnow.net. Check those guys out over there as well. They got some good programming coming up. Check out my man. Check out everything that's going down on both networks. And if there is nothing else, we'll say thank you for you guys coming out, and we'll see you again next week. Everybody have a great week and take care.